By now you've seen the touchdown pass that Tua Tagovailoa threw to Tyreek Hill in preseason camp, the 65-yard touchdown pass. Now before we get into breaking down this play that we have now confirmed was a 64 to 65-yard throw in the air, I feel like I need to play a little bit of a disclaimer for some of you Tua haters out there. Tua haters, this is for you.
Warning, do not watch this video if you work for ESPN or are friends with anyone at ESPN. Clinical studies have shown that this video may cause immediate vomiting from people named Mike Florio, Nick Wright, Chris Sims, and Diana Rossini. Don't watch if you're a Jets, Patriots, or Bills fan. This video could be harmful to Tua haters. Side effects could include foot and mouth disease, mass hypocrisy, psychosis, otherwise known as goalpost moving, night sweats, severe football anxiety, and among those who are beta males, this video may cause nipple soreness, ghost menstrual cramping, lots of tears, and a sudden loss of the ability to pee while standing up. Women? You're okay, because we know chicks dig the long ball.
In today's video, I'm going to break this play down. Before I begin, I want to set the ground rules. There is one undisputed fact that we have to agree upon before we even begin, and that's how far this ball actually traveled. I'm not talking about the touchdown pass, which is easy. That's a 65-yard touchdown pass because they're on the 35-yard line. However, what I want to talk about is how far did this ball travel? And the reason why I want to talk about it in this regard is because people have said for a year now that Tua has a noodle arm, he can't throw past 12 yards, and I just want everyone to see and focus on how far this ball traveled in the air. But we're talking about his arm strength, specifically his arm strength, and whether he can throw the ball deep. Not whether it's at practice, not whether it's in preseason, not whether they're in pads. So let's run it from here. Tua is on the 35-yard line. He takes the snap, he drops back, he plants, he steps up, and right, boom, there. We can all agree that he is throwing this ball from the 30-yard line. So simple math tells us for him to get it to the end zone, that would be a 70-yard throw. Tosses it, Tyreek comes down with it, boom. He's right about the 8 when he gets it. But what I want to show you is look where that ball is. Look where that ball is, the height of that ball. The trajectory of this ball would have taken it probably to the 6, maybe even to the 5.5. That means this ball would have traveled 63 to 64 yards in the air. 63 to 64 yards in the air on a dime. No doubt about it. Boom, he's in the end zone. So the first time I saw this play, I looked at it and said, this is a really odd formation for a team like Miami. Obviously, this looks like it's going to be a running situation. You got a fullback in there. That might be one of the giveaways. But I don't think many people looked at the situation of this play. So as we get into this right now, I want to look at the down and distance that was being simulated during this play. When I say simulated, as you're running through a practice, you want to say what kind of plays work in what kind of situations. This play here is a simulated play, and they've assigned it here a 2nd and 5 or so as for the down and distance on this specific play. Formation shows potentially a run as it's got a fullback in the backfield and it's kind of tight set up. The defense is in a cover 1 situation. I have to show you something before I start. So this is obviously a play that Mike McDaniel is familiar with. And the defense is set up identically to that image I just showed you. Strictly a cover 1 situation. Tua right now has to recognize that he's probably going to have man-to-man coverage on either of the wide receivers. So as we start running this play a little bit, I want to show you something. So as Tyreek begins coming across in his motion, notice what happens here. The guy here gets tight on Jalen. He comes up. Then what you're going to see is one of the backers begins creeping up. He's thinking run all the way. He's thinking run. And so now Tyreek comes across. Here comes the other DB getting face to face with him. And now you've got a tight situation where both these guys, Jalen Waddle and this guy covering Tyreek, are man-to-man. Tua knows right now he's got man-to-man coverage with the one deep safety in the middle of the field. So now watch what happens here. Tua takes the snap, and you see this linebacker? This linebacker right now is coming on a blitz. He's showing it to Tua. He's like, here we come. We're bringing a blitz. So let's just focus on him first. Right now, this guy is blitzing. He comes through. He comes around, and the halfback picks him up. Great pickup. Great pickup. He read it correctly. Tua steps up away from that blitz, and he's away from it. Perfect. Perfect. That's how you want to execute that. You see that? That linebacker is coming, and the halfback picks him up. Now, when they see that, the DBs obviously know 4.2 speed is killer. So you got both DBs that as the ball is snapped, look what they're doing. They're dropping right away. See that? Their first step, even before the ball is snapped, they're dropping. Boom. Hey, listen, I've got 4.2 speed out here. There's no way I can handle this. Again, an indicator to Tua that he's got man-to-man on this thing. You see that? You see those two DBs? Boom. They're already moving back before Tua gets the snap. So you got a blitzing linebacker, you've got fading DBs, and now watch what happens. See these two guys? These two guys are the linebackers on the play. They're standing on the 40. Watch what happens here. Tua does such a good play fake that both linebackers bite. They both bite on it. They're at least 2 or 3 yards up coming in to stop the run. And now, at this point, this guy right here covering Tyreek is having an oh shit moment. At this point right now, he knows that Jalen Waddle is coming across the middle of the field here, at which point the deep safety is going to have to help out in the middle, which means this guy here is on an island, and even though he backed up, he's no match for Tyreek's speed. He's all alone. Tua right now has to know that. And as his play proceeds, boom, that's exactly what happens. This guy is trying to keep stride for stride with Tyreek. Jalen Waddle has cut in. So at this point, because Jalen Waddle has cut in, what has to happen, a deep safety has to come up and give help to cover Jalen Waddle, which leaves Tyreek man-to-man, wide open. All he's got to do is make the throw. Hope you guys can see that, because when you look at this play, as Jalen Waddle cuts in, he's wide open as well right now, but he's got the safety coming up on him. Right after that, see, there's X-Man. X-Man's coming in. He's like, I got this guy, but oh shit over here, I don't know what this guy's going to do because he's all alone. He's on an island. And they all know it at this point. And at this point, all you've got to do is make the throw. If you make the throw, this guy is absolutely toast back there. Absolutely toast. There's nothing he can do at this point. He's trying. He's got the heater running. He's running as fast as he can, but he can't stay up with the cheetah, and it's 6. That is what this play was all about. Again, just to show you, you've got a blitzing linebacker. Blitzing linebacker is picked up by the halfback, pushed out the way. Tua steps up to throw it. You've got 2 linebackers here in the middle who bite on the play action. That is friggin' awesome. They bite, and it leaves everyone going out for a pass man to man. As you can see, this guy right here, he knows he's screwed. Right now, he just put a load in his pants because he's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? I've got no deep help. The deep help is going to come up and try to stop Jalen Waddle. And the reason why the cover 1 safety comes up on Jalen Waddle instead of Tyreek, because in a game situation, he's not worried so much about, Tua having the ability to throw this ball. He knows that the guy was blitzing and that the most immediate problem, he's sitting right here, would be Jalen Waddle on the quick dump off on the slant. So he's ready for it. Jalen comes in, takes the slant, right there, he's wide open, and the safety would have to come up and make the hit. What he doesn't anticipate is Tua stepping up and throwing a 65-yard strike down to Tyreek. To those haters out there who have said, this is just practice, it doesn't matter, things could have turned out differently, I need to see him do it in the game. To a certain extent, they're right, because if this was a live rush, who knows what would have happened. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is there's no way to avoid the fact that Tua Tagovailoa threw a 65-yard ball in the air. There's no way around it. You can say what you want. You can say this wasn't game situations. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about his ability to actually uncork the throw. Bottom line that nobody can change is that Tua Tagovailoa threw that ball 64, 65 yards in the air. Period. The fact that it ended up for a touchdown was even better, but there's no doubt that he has the ability to throw the long ball. And if you like this video, check out one of my other breakdowns here or any other video about the Miami Dolphins, and I'll talk to you soon. Fins up.